Shahjalal University students hospitalized for hunger strike demanding VC's resignation. Anti-rap critics support militancy, says Info Minister. Bangladesh's image tarnished abroad, says BNP. UN condemns airstrike on Yemen detention center, killing more than 70. Assalamu alaikum. This is Nusrat Islam welcoming you all to Evening News. You have just had the headlines. Now let's move on to the details. 16 students of Shahjalal University who went on hunger strike until death in front of the VC's residence demanding his resignation were hospitalized as of this afternoon. According to a spokesperson, almost all of the students were given saline and vitamin supplements due to their poor physical condition. 24 students started the hunger strike on 19 January. Meanwhile, students urged Education Minister Dr. Deepu Moni to visit Sylhet or participate in an online meeting, saying that they were unable to travel to Dhaka despite agreeing to the talks at the Education Minister's request. According to Tulsi Kumar Das, president of the SUST Teachers Association, a delegation of 5 SUST teachers went to Dhaka last night to meet with the Education Minister.
আমাদের দাবি আদায় না হওয়া পর্যন্ত আমরা এবং আমাদের সহযোগীরা আমরা এক চুলও নড়বো না।
যেখানে 24টা শিক্ষার্থীর প্রাণ দায়ে আছে সেখানে এই মুহূর্তে আমরা আর কোনো প্রসিডিউরের এসব সময়সীমার কথা আমরা আমাদের দিক থেকে আমরা ভাবতে পারছি না।
এই ভিসি পদত্যাগ না করা পর্যন্ত আমাদের এই কর্মসূচি কোনোভাবেই বন্ধ হবে না।
Addressing a program in Chattogram today, Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood has said those who are speaking against the RAB are making statements on behalf of drugs, terrorism and militancy in Bangladesh.
বাংলাদেশে র্যাবের ভূমিকার কারণে মাদক নিয়ন্ত্রণ করার ক্ষেত্রে আমরা অনেকটা সফলতা দেখাতে সক্ষম হয়েছি। যারা আজকে এই র্যাবের ভূমিকা নিয়ে কথা বলছেন তারা আসলে চান এখানে সন্ত্রাস জঙ্গিবাদের অভয়ারণ্য হোক এবং মাদক আরও ছড়িয়ে পড়ুক, অন্যথায় তাদের বিরুদ্ধে এভাবে তারা ঢালাওভাবে কথা বলতে পারে না।
BNP Standing Committee member Dr. Khandokar Mosharraf Hossain has alleged that Bangladesh's image has been tarnished to the world for the misdeeds of the ruling regime. He came up with the remarks while addressing a discussion organized by Ziaur Rahman Foundation at National Press Club today. The senior BNP leader also alleged that the government has failed to suppress their acts of torture, disappearance, murder, extrajudicial killings, and human rights violations. The whole world now knows that there is no human rights and democracy in Bangladesh, he added.
NGO মানবাধিকার সংগঠনগুলো তারা জাতিসংঘে তারা চিঠি দিয়ে এই জাতিসংঘকে বলেছে যে বাংলাদেশের র্যাবকে যাতে করে শান্তি মিশনে আর নেওয়া না হয় বা যারা আছে তাদেরকে বের করে দেওয়া হয়। জাতিসংঘ সেটাকে কগনিজেন্সি নিয়েছে, অর্থাৎ এটাকে গ্রহণ করেছে এবং তারা বলেছে যে এই ব্যাপারে তদন্ত করে ব্যবস্থা নেবে। অর্থাৎ আপনারা বুঝতে পারছেন যে কিভাবে এই সরকারের বিরুদ্ধে আন্তর্জাতিকভাবে চতুর্দিক থেকে তাদের যে ওয়ার্নিং দেওয়া হচ্ছে, আমার মনে হয় এটাও বোধহয় ভালো করে ক্ষমতার দম্ভে অন্ধ হয়ে আজকে সরকার এটা বুঝতে পারছে না।
10 people, including an Upazila vice chairman and a sacked government official, have been arrested by the Gulshan division of Dhaka Metropolitan Police for supplying question papers and answer sheets for a government job appointment examination. The arrestees were taken into custody on Friday during raids in Dhaka's Mirpur, Tejgaon industrial area and Kakrail. The arrestees are Noman, Mahmudul Hassan, Alamin Nahid, Shohid, Tanzir, Mahbuba Nasrin Rupa, Raju Ahmed, Hasib and Rakib. Mahmud is a sacked official from the Controller General of Accounts Office and Mahbuba is the vice chairman of Bogura's Dhupchanchia Upazila. Border Guard Bangladesh detained 2 suspected drug smugglers in Cox's Bazar and seized 1 kg of crystal meth or ice worth ₹5 crore from their possession. A team of BGB 30 raided the West Gwalia area of the district's Ramu Upazila and stopped a CNG-run auto rickshaw for checking. Being challenged by the BGB members, 3 occupants of the auto, including its driver, jumped into a nearby pond in a bid to escape. Later, the BGB men detained 2 of them and seized ice worth taka 5 crore from their possession. The lowest temperature in Bangladesh was recorded at 8.3 degrees Celsius in Tetulia of Panchgor, with the daytime temperatures throughout Bangladesh is set to drop further. According to the Met Office, light to moderate fog from midnight to morning. Meanwhile, biting cold and dense fog have made life miserable in the northern part of the country, especially Panchgor. The daily wage earners are suffering the most due to not getting enough work to put food on the table. Famous American actor and environmentalist Leonardo DiCaprio has congratulated Bangladesh on newly established marine protected area around St. Martin's Island. In a tweet, he congratulated to the government of Bangladesh, local communities and NGOs on a newly established marine protected area that will protect an incredible community of biodiversity and provide key habitat for Bangladesh's only coral reef. DiCaprio has been campaigning in the fight against climate change for years. He dedicates most of his social media posts to climate-related news. International news. The UN has condemned an airstrike on a Yemen detention center that has killed more than 70 people. The facility in Sada, a stronghold of the rebel Houthi movement in northwestern Yemen, was hit on Friday. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said in a statement that the escalation needs to stop. In a statement on Saturday, the Saudi-led coalition fighting Houthi rebels in the country denied it had carried out the airstrike. The coalition also said the site was not on a list of targets to avoid that had been agreed with the UN and had not been reported by the Red Cross. Hours after the airstrike, rescue workers were still pulling bodies out of the rubble and hopes of finding survivors are fading.
The attack on Abu Dhabi is an escalation that is regrettable and, in my opinion, is a serious mistake, independently of the fact that it is unacceptable. Now, any bombardment that targets civilians or that is not careful enough to protect civilians is, of course, also unacceptable.
Now cricket. Kumilla Victorians made a decent start to the Bangladesh Premier League by registering a 2-wicket win over Sylhet Sunrisers at Sher Bangla National Cricket Stadium today. The victory was not straightforward, despite Sylhet being bowled out for 96, as Kumilla had to play 18.4 overs and lose 8 wickets before confirming the victory. At one phase, a victory looked highly unlikely, but Mahidul Islam and Tanvir held the nerve to overcome the nerve-wracking moment to help the side clinch the victory. The simple chase got tougher due to the failure of their top order, who played 1 shot too many in the typically slow and low wicket in Mirpur. Before ending, let's have a look on the headlines once again. 16 Shah Jalal University students hospitalized for hunger strike demanding VC's resignation. Anti-rap critics support militancy, says Info Minister. Bangladesh's image tarnished abroad, says BNP. UN condemns airstrike on Yemen detention center, killing more than 70. And that's all from the newsroom for now. To know updates, videos of this bulletin, visit our website www.ntvbd.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates over NTV's our popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shondhar Khabor, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time.